We also didn't get to talk about motivational interviewing, and I thought that was interesting. So, as a way for therapists that might be listening to the show, it's a therapy modality that I use a lot of times when I'm working with addicted individuals, and I'm doing a presentation, and I'm going to add this into my presentation when I'm talking to therapists because this is kind of an advanced skill in motivational interviewing. First of all, motivational interviewing is a theory where you look at like the stages that people are in and their process in getting active into recovery. So you end up in a pre-contemplative stage where you're just outside of the circle and you're not really contemplating a change or an interest or an issue. You're not really looking at these questions and being honest with yourself. Contemplative stage is when you see some of these questions might have some answers that give me concern, but I'm not really sure that I want to go do sobriety. I definitely don't want to do sobriety, so I don't really want to be active in treatment, whatever. And so you'll move from contemplative stage to an active stage where yeah, I need to start talking about this and dealing with it. And so you actively move into treatment, recovery, sobriety, 12 step, whatever it might be. And then last, you might move into a relapse where you kind of fall out and then you have to go back into, the cycle of things. So that's motivational interviewing. But an advanced skill that's kind of cool is sustained reflective listening with complex reflections. And I thought it was cool the way they put that. And then I realized, like, I do this all the time.
Do you say complex?
Yep.
Okay.
Sustained reflective listening with complex reflections. Yeah, I think I missed the word a little bit. And, you know, we talk about reflective listening all the time. Like, Neil, so I heard you say da da da, and you clarify what they said in session, repeating it, reflecting it back, and then they respond, and you kind of go on with more thoughts about the topic. That's like a basic skill that we all do. I mean, therapists do that almost like just naturally. We don't even think about it. But when you look at sustained reflective listening, you're really staying with the theme that the person's bringing. You reflect that back, but then you have complex reflections where you're actually kind of interpreting that concept or thought a little further than what that person is actually thinking. So the danger is you're making a suggestion, and therapists get really weird about like, I don't want to put anything out here that isn't what they're bringing. So there's concern. So you have to be really careful about doing that. But when you get into this complex, reflective tendency, I find that that's where you really figure things out with people.